Smalls, and welcome back to a new video. So, in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from what I typically do. A lot of people have been asking me for cosplay tips and stuff like that, and asking how I do my cosplays, specifically the special effects makeup. Before we jump into this, we're just gonna address the elephant in the room and announce that I look like I do. But that's okay, because we're being Jeff the Killer today, and Jeff is always beautiful, so I'm gonna be beautiful in no time. So today I'm gonna be doing a realistic Jeff the Killer makeup tutorial. It's actually not that hard to do, so if you guys have like a couple simple things at home, which I'm gonna show you in the video, you can totally pull off the look. It's gonna look creepy as heck, and honestly, I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this, so let's go ahead and jump right into what you guys are gonna need for this look. Liquid latex, of course. Now, this is the brand I get. Any brand works, really. We're gonna be using some black face paint for Jeff's eyes, blood gel for the smile, which I haven't even talked about yet. Like, what am I doing? For the smile, which is probably the most iconic part of the Jeff the Killer cosplay, I personally have upgraded to using scar wax. It's already skin colored. As you can see, I've used a lot of it because it just works really well. So I'm gonna be using this, and I'll show you guys how to use this. It's actually really easy. With that, you're going to need Vaseline, because this stuff's gonna stick to your fingers, and if it sticks to your fingers, then it's not gonna stick right to your face, and it's just gonna be a whole thing, so you just need both, okay? You just need both. But for the burnt look, we're gonna go ahead and go over it with like purplish, dark reddish type tones to give it that fleshy, burn look that we all adore because Jeff's beautiful. And for the inside of the smile, I usually just go for using a dark red lipstick, which I'm sure you can find in your mother's makeup bag. So go ahead and raid that. I'm about to look really ugly, so I'm really sorry, but you're gonna need a wig cap. If you have a wig, usually they come with it, and you're just gonna flip that over your head. Now that that's there, you want to start with your contacts if you are going to wear contacts, because you don't want to get makeup all in everything. It's just going to hurt and suck, and nobody likes that. We're gonna start away with liquid latex, there's two ways you can do this. I find that the liquid latex sticks better if you put it on without any primer or like lotion, but it is a pain to pull off, and it actually hurts. So it's up to you if you want to put on any kind of moisturizer before you cover your entire face in liquid latex. But for me, I'm a survivor, and I'm just gonna completely ignore that step, so. So you're just gonna want to fan that. Whenever the liquid latex dries, it's gonna dry clear. And whenever you put the scar wax on for the smile, it always helps to have a little extra liquid latex right where the smile is gonna be. It helps it sort of stick on better. So I'm just gonna put a little bit extra where the smile is gonna be before I apply the scar wax to make sure that it stays on well, to make sure it moves with my mouth well, and all that good stuff. So I'm just coating my fingers in Vaseline right now. I know it sounds super gross, but it's going to help. So yes. Then you're gonna stick your finger in the scar wax. I sort of like scoop it around with my nail. I'll come up so you guys can see what I'm doing. just get it on there. You want a good bit. That's probably a good amount right there, as you can see. I'm gonna fold it up a little bit, and then we're just gonna press it onto the face. And you can press it down and make sure it sticks there. Now that it's sticking there, we're gonna just kind of smooth it out across the face. And then you're just gonna do the absolute same thing to the other side. Okay, so now that I feel like I've got each side pretty good, this one's blending in really well actually, considering all the liquid latex on my face. But we're not gonna cut into Jeffrey's smile just yet, I'm sorry. The next thing you're gonna wanna start with is probably adding a second layer of liquid latex over to the layer that you already have. And the reason for this is because whenever somebody has like intense, severe burns, the skin will tend to peel off, and that's sort of what I want to do with this, is I want to give the like skin peeling off sort of effect. And so after we have enough layers, you'll be able to peel it off and put color inside of it to make it look like your face was burned off, and who wouldn't want to do that? So before you start picking apart the liquid latex, which I know is going to be the most fun part, you gotta be patient, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the smile. Please don't use this at home. I would recommend using a thumbtack or just something with a slightly pointed edge to cut open your smile. Personally, I don't have much of that, so what I use is a scalpel, yes, but I don't use the sharp side, okay? Never use the sharp side, because you don't want to actually carve a smile into your face. Don't do it. As much as I know you want to do it, don't. As you can see, I'm going to start with the side that is not sharp, and I'm just going to kind of carve through it. We're just going to carve straight through it, like that. Just kind of keep going with that until you've got the thickness of the cut that you want. For everybody it's different. I like mine to be sort of on the medium side. Some people like a really big cut, some people like a little small, cuter kind of style. It's really up to you, but whenever I do the cut, I like to kind of flare out the skin a little bit to show that it's sort of like messy and textured and stuff like that. That is beautiful. So this is the liquid latex, and we're gonna pull it apart just a little bit, like that, like so. You see how that kind of gives it that like fleshy look? There's no color yet, but it's going to help you a lot in the long run. And now I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side. For the inside of the smile, it's going to be about the same. I'm going to pull out my dark red lipstick and just sort of fill in the inside of the smile. Okay, so looking at the face, since this smile's a little more like faded than the other one, I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and make this the super messy, just burnt side of the face, and then add a little bit of white on this part. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that. This is one of my favorite parts. First, you gotta cover the skin in an entirely blotchy reddish color. And there's multiple ways you can do this. You could use fake blood if that's the only thing you have. That's probably my last recommendation because it just wouldn't look as realistic. But I have a cream makeup right here. It's sort of like a dark purple. Before you do that, you're probably gonna want to pull apart some of the parts of the liquid latex. It's kind of up to you. It doesn't really matter what order you do it in, but I prefer to do that first. So this is the fun part. You kind of just get to play around with it and just pinch. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we want. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going for right there. Inside the blisters, you're going to want a little bit of a darker color than what you're going to be coating your face with, which I'm using the dark purple like I said. So I'm going to probably mix my black and my red eyeshadow together to put inside those little blisters to give it a more realistic look. There we go. Alright, after you've filled in your blisters, you can go ahead and get the color, the permanent color that's going to be on your face. So I'm just going to start with my sponge and I'm just going to kind of like splotch it all over. I'm going to try to avoid the blisters a little bit because I don't want to ruin what I did, but we're still going to go along with it. Wow. I'm gonna kind of, personally, you can do whatever you want with this style, but I'm gonna trail over the burns sort of all the way down to here, and I feel like end it maybe right here, and then just have a patch of white. I don't know, and maybe mix that white in with some of this nasty, like, burnt skin color stuffs. Okay. We are missing the eyes, which is one of the most important parts to Jeff's whole beauty. I'm gonna go ahead and wet my Q-tip, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go along my eye, and then I'm gonna spread it out to make it seem more like flared out, look less like makeup. for the smile, I'm gonna go ahead and add my blood and have it trickling down the face a little bit. And then I'm gonna bring it into the lips so that the lips look a bit more charred. Probably gonna use some black, the same black face paint that I did, and just blend it in so it's sort of subtle. And finally, the one last thing to make the whole look come together, my wig. It's gonna look insane at first, which is why you always style your wigs. So just take a brush to it, just comb through it. I'm gonna go ahead and just add some of the white in here, and if I have any of the red left, I'm just gonna sort of like put that on there as well. And there you have it. Hey Smalls, thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope you guys liked the makeup look. It honestly was a bit of work, but I feel like it's worth it if you're really looking for that like creepy, kind of horror-esque Jeff look. And you know, honestly, just do you. There's so many different versions of Jeff out there that you could do, and this is just one that sort of particularly stands out to me, one I've wanted to do for a while, and it's just extra creepy. It really puts the creepy in the pasta, if you know what I'm talking about. So if you guys plan on using this makeup tutorial, let me know, because I would love to see the makeup that you guys come up with. If you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. A lot of you guys love the Ben and Jeff show, which is coming out with a new episode very, very soon, so you don't have to wait for too much longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I'll do more if you want me to, but until then, peace out, Smalls.